Let's talk about something that's been weighing heavy on your heart. You're here because someone you love deeply, your twin flame, has suddenly pulled away. Maybe they stopped calling. Maybe they disappeared from your social media. Maybe they're still around, but their energy feels cold, disconnected, like you're strangers again. And you're wondering, why? Why would someone who shares such a deep soul bond suddenly act like you don't matter? Let me tell you something that may bring you a sense of calm. It's not always what it seems. In the twin flame journey, things rarely follow logic. This isn't a typical love story. This is a spiritual transformation. And sometimes, transformation requires space. When a twin flame suddenly becomes distant, your first instinct might be fear. Did I do something wrong? Did they stop loving me? Were the signs even real? That fear is natural, but I want you to look deeper, because very often that silence is not rejection. It's a sign that something big is shifting. Many awakened twins go through periods where they seem to vanish, but what they are actually doing is realigning, balancing, healing. Internally, energetically, spiritually, they may be facing parts of themselves they've never faced before. They may be shedding old trauma, old patterns, or old attachments that no longer match their vibration. And sometimes the connection with you becomes a mirror that's just too intense during that phase. That's not a failure. It's part of the spiritual contract you both signed before coming here. Now, here's where it gets deeper. You also play a role in this. Twin flame love is not one-sided, even when one person goes silent. If your twin's energy is clashing with yours, if they feel overwhelmed by the intensity between you, it might mean that one or both of you still have inner work to do. And that's okay. Awakening doesn't just mean ceasing angel numbers or feeling drawn to spiritual things. It means becoming whole. It means learning how to love without clinging, how to care without controlling, how to trust without constantly needing proof. This is the hardest part for many, because real twin flame love forces us to confront our ego, to let go of the chase, to stop asking, why aren't they coming back? And to start asking, what is this teaching me about myself? And let me tell you something beautiful that happens with time. As you grow spiritually, as you heal and return to your center, you reach a moment when you no longer need the connection to look a certain way. You stop checking their profile. You stop analyzing every post, every silence. Not because you stopped loving them, but because you started loving yourself too. You feel the connection, but it's no longer desperate. It becomes sacred, quiet, peaceful. And that, my love, is real spiritual maturity. It means your inner feminine and masculine energies are beginning to balance. You're no longer driven by fear of loss, but by trust in divine timing. You stop asking, when will they come back? And instead you begin saying, if it's meant, it will return. And if not, I still choose peace. So if your twin flame has gone distant, cold, or quiet, here's what I want you to remember. It's not always abandonment. Sometimes it's the deepest act of love they can offer from where they are. They may be loving you in silence. They may be protecting the connection by stepping back to grow. And you don't need to chase. You don't need to force. You don't need to lose yourself in the waiting. Let go of the urge to be seen. Let your energy be your message. Let your growth be your love letter. Because this path, this wild, divine path of twin flame love, is not about proving anything in the 3D. It's about soul expansion. And sometimes, distance is what allows both of you to bloom. So if you're listening to this right now and your heart is aching in the silence, I want you to pause. Breathe. Place a hand over your heart and remind yourself, you are still connected. You are still growing. You are still loved. This journey is working for you, even when it feels like it's falling apart. Stay with your process. Let them have theirs, and trust this one truth. What's real always finds a way back. And if you both continue to grow, to heal, to evolve, you just might meet again when the time is truly right.